and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Lauren Nelson.
And I'm Dean O'Lawley. Today we're coming to you from the Myriad Botanical Gardens in downtown Oklahoma City.
This is a beautiful place to visit any time of year, but especially springtime. Located in the heart of downtown Oklahoma City, the gardens turned 30 this year. That's 3 decades of beautiful plants and flowers throughout the years, incredible classes to take, and events for all ages. We'll take a look around throughout the show. But first, beauty of a different type.
Works of art that focus on Oklahoma's red dirt roots. Photojournalist Casey Kennedy takes us to the Red Dirt Art Gallery in Wellston.
You must stop on Route 66 in Wellston, Oklahoma. All kinds of imagination in here.
Makes you feel at home.
Every day here is a meet and greet. This is pretty unique. If you're looking for genuine, good, made in Oklahoma art from quality artists, I would definitely say stop by here. There's a little something for everyone in this gallery.
I call it a working co-op gallery, which means there's multiple artists in here, and we encourage all of them to help us keep the doors open, to actually be working while they're here. We kind of keep an open table for children that just want to come in, and if their mom and pop come with them, they can look around and the children can draw on the tables.
You never know what you're going to find over here at the gallery, what we'll be working on.
It's just a great space. I really enjoy the small town atmosphere. I enjoy the energy. I enjoy meeting the local people, and I enjoy meeting the people that come along Route 66.
I do landscapes, I do sunsets, and I do weird things like this horse skull.
Watercolor is my favorite.
I do a lot of woodwork, build wishing wells along with artwork itself. A lot of hard work behind the scenes here to make this place look this nice. But the artists that Bob has in here, they're some of the best in the country by far. So really good talent in this place. I think that adds to the quality of what you'll see when you come into this place.
I walked in and talked to Bob, and he handed me a key like everybody else.
He just hands you a key, that's kind of how you know you're in.
To give each one of us the opportunity that we would not have otherwise to do our work as well as display it and sell it. I took this up in my 70s. It was a gift. The paints were a gift, kind of as a joke to me. And I thought, well, I'm going to try this and see.
We have pretty moderately priced artworks in here. We have them that go from like $20, and some pieces go up to $400 and $500, depending on the artist, how well known they are, and the quality and the type of work that they did. A lot of folks used to know this as Ford's filling station. Cecil Ford used to own this. It looks a lot different in here than it did back then, and they're real impressed with the artwork and the way things are set up in here. So I think that we have a really positive response from the community. I think they're really excited that we have such good art in this town.
I think whatever you're looking for, you're going to find it here.
Get in your car, take your time getting out here, but take your time while you're here. It's a great destination to come and see. Only 20 minutes from the metro. You can't beat it.
The Red Dirt Art Gallery is located at 326 West 2nd Street in Wellston. For more information, including how to sign up for their many classes, head to their Facebook page.
And now to one of my favorite topics, movies, and an oldie but goodie based on an Oklahoma town, talking about the movie Footloose.
Every year, Elmore City celebrates the fact that this movie was based on the famous 1980 prom in this South Oklahoma town.
And right now, Darren Brown is going to take us to the annual Footloose Festival.
In case you're one of the few people in Oklahoma who didn't know, Elmore City, Oklahoma here is the town that the movie Footloose is based on. Yeah, that movie with Kevin Bacon and all those guys. See, even back in 1980, there was a public dancing ban. There was a city ordinance, which means I couldn't do this without going to jail. Things have changed.
Actually, they've changed dramatically. These days, public dancing is not only permitted, it's encouraged. Especially during Footloose Fest, a celebration of not only the movie, but Elmore City itself. All the main characters from the movie are still here.
My dad was the president of the school board, and I was the student council president and one of the class officers, so we just basically worked through the proper channels to get it in front of the school board so we could dance.
You might not think something like a prom with dancing could divide a community, but I'm told that's exactly what happened back then, with 3 of the town's churches taking completely opposite sides. Seems they were concerned that the kids would kick off more than their Sunday shoes, and that burning yearning just might get out of hand. The school board vote was a tie, which meant Mary Ann's father had to cast the deciding vote, and he did, with those 3 magic words.
Let them dance.
Of course, the students didn't dance like that. Many of them didn't even know how to dance. And the night was made even more awkward by all the cameras and reporters. I'm told it was quite the media circus.
Chicago World, Boston Tribune, People magazine, it was like we just had to delegate and say, okay, you take People, I'll take Boston World, I'll take Chicago World. When my date picked me up at my house that night, there were 5 TV stations from all over.
It is Footloose Fest, Elmore City. Let me hear you make some noise!
Footloose Fest is Elmore City's way of celebrating its place in Hollywood lore. And hey, if you need to lose your blues next spring, you just might want to visit.
If you think about it, everybody knows Footloose. Everybody's seen the movie, everybody loves the song. So to be able to sit here and celebrate it, we need to keep it going.
In Elmore City, discovering Oklahoma and cutting loose, I'm Darren Brown.
If you want to take part in all the fun this year, head to Elmore City on Saturday, April 21st. The event is at the Elmore City Community Center on Main Street and goes from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
The first year we were open, probably, every person that came by the window was like, what is this? What's going on there?
A sight seldom seen in Oklahoma. Find out what's going on inside this double-decker bus.
It's a lot more than just what you might think of.
Plus, wait till you see what is unfolding inside this Oklahoma museum.
The salad dressing is the bomb.
A secret sauce for salads and sizzling steaks will take you to one of Oklahoma's top steakhouses a little bit later, right here on Discover Oklahoma. The Oklahoma Department of Agritourism salutes Gibson Gardens in Bixby. Pick your very own berries and vegetables starting in May.
Create your ultimate Oklahoma bucket list with this year's free Oklahoma travel guide. Discover captivating culture, heart-pounding adventure, ultimate relaxation. This bucket list can't be missed. Order yours free today at travelok.com.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you from the beautiful Myriad Botanical Gardens in Oklahoma City. Before or after your trip to the gardens, you may see a unique sight around here in downtown Oklahoma City.
A coffee shop on wheels, but not just any wheels. Shelley Mills takes us aboard Junction Coffee's double-decker coffee bus.
Junction Coffee, housed in this double-decker bus, is a unique sight here in Oklahoma, but the owners say they are about much more than just serving great coffee.
The first year we were open, probably, every person that came by the window was like, what is this?
This is the coolest thing ever!
And that's died down a little bit as people become more used to us.
Used to the side of a double-decker bus in downtown Oklahoma City.
Vanilla latte. They make the best lattes in town.
This is Maybell, an authentic double-decker bus which came here straight from the UK. For Nick and Lori Bollinger, it started as an idea just a few years ago.
We sort of felt this leading to create a space where people can feel welcome and people can feel like they are valued.
That led them to the idea of a coffee shop, but they didn't want just any brick and mortar store.
coffee is a junction point where a lot of people can meet, different walks of life, different backgrounds.
Nick is an ordained elder in the Church of the Nazarene. As a former campus minister, he wanted a place where people could not just get coffee, but spend time connecting.
We were driving one day, actually, and we drove by a double-decker bus on the side of the road out on Reno, and we were like, oh my gosh, that's it.
A local mechanic helped to connect them with a couple in the UK who found and helped import Maybelle to the US. It took several months to get her here. It took another year of work, fixing her up mechanically, painting her, and building customized furniture before she was ready to hit the streets as Junction Coffee.
It's been fantastic.
Everywhere they go, this 13 feet 6 inch tall bus draws a crowd.
It's a real fun experience, and you get to sit up top, which I'm about to go do. So yeah, I love it.
I work in this building right here, and every time I see the truck parked here, I walk over and say hello and get a cup of coffee.
They serve gourmet toast, espressos, lattes, hot chocolate, traditional English tea, and Oklahoma roasted coffees. There's a window for walk-up orders and a counter inside for those who want to sit and talk a while. And of course, the top deck is a great spot to sit and enjoy a drink.
This is an extension of our living room, and you're welcome in it.
Shelley Mills, Discover Oklahoma.
Junction Coffee's bus is always on the move, but you'll usually find them near downtown Oklahoma City. To find out exactly where they are set up each day, be sure to follow them on social media. And once you've had that really good cup of coffee or two, you'll be really charged up enough for a drive.
That's right. So let's take a road trip to Guthrie to a great little cafe. Let's check out Stables Café. Nestled at the corner of Noble and Division in historic Guthrie is Stables Café, a great spot to stop for lunch or dinner.
We're third stoplight into Guthrie.
Housed in an old livery stable, the cafe is full of unique history.
This building was built in probably 1890,
yeah.
And it was first a livery stable to the stagecoach stop, and then they had a Ford car dealership, and then
a taxi service.
Yeah, a taxi service. It said idle until we come along and started.
The history isn't just in the building. Take a step back in time as you peruse the hundreds of vintage signs on every wall.
There's signs in there from $200 to $15,000 a piece. These signs and all the antiques and the Coke machines and the gas pumps. I mean, I enjoy collecting stuff and enjoy those signs and stuff.
The atmosphere is incredible and the food is just as good.
We like to focus on, trying to get fresh food for our customers. We have a diverse menu. I mean, we have Tex-Mex, we have spaghetti, we have steaks, barbecue burgers. We have some seafood, good catfish.
It's the best place in the world.
We met two ladies who come to Stables at least once a week.
They should try this.
The chicken fried steak. It's always tender, it's always crispy and hot. It's just wonderful.
The food is, without question, always good.
Always good.
And I guess the secret part is if you want it fixed a little bit different, do a change up, or you have a suggestion, they will do it for you.
After your meal, be sure to stay for dessert.
We bake our pies every morning and our cookies every morning.
Coconut cream, apple, lemon meringue, chocolate, and many more, plus fresh baked cookies, ice cream, and cakes. Stables Café, great food and a fun atmosphere. Be sure to stop in the next time you're in Guthrie.
The last 30 years, we have worked real hard trying to have the best of the best, the best hamburgers, the best steaks, or the best barbecue. And after you work that long and that hard, and you end up with some pretty good products.
Stables Café opens at 11 a.m. each day. You'll find them at 223 North Division Street in Guthrie.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
I knew a little bit, but my world expanded and unfolded as a...
The must-see exhibit inside this Oklahoma hotspot.
Fried just right. So many places will sometimes over-fry them, but these are just right.
Plus, some of the secrets to the success of an American tradition. We're headed to Cattlemen's coming up right here on Discover Oklahoma. Great travel tips anytime, like Discover Oklahoma on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
Set a course for excitement with your free Oklahoma Outdoor Guide. It's your all-in-one handbook for outdoor inspiration. Cabins, campsites, comfy lodges, breathtaking adventures, and so much more. Order yours at travelok.com.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma. We're celebrating the 30th birthday of the Myriad Botanical Gardens, a gorgeous place to visit. Another well-known spot not too far from here is Science Museum Oklahoma.
And one of their current exhibits is absolutely fascinating. Angela Buckaloo is going to take us through the art and science of origami.
Look closely. Impressed? No? What if you found out this is made out of just one piece of large paper folded over and over in such a precise fashion as to create a bird or jellyfish? Bet you're amazed now. Origami is the Japanese art of folding paper into shapes and figures. The amount of patience and precision is hard to imagine when you look at these works of art close up. Artist Kevin Box, originally from Bartlesville, and his wife Jennifer made this crane, which unfolded looks like this. Scott Henderson is the curator of this exhibit, called Into the Fold, the Art and Science of Origami.
I knew a little bit, but my world expanded and unfolded as I
He explains the crossroads of origami and science.
It's a lot more than just what you might think of as paper boats or cranes. Most of the artists in the show are scientists in the fields of mathematics. There's chemists, there's biologists, there's physicists. So this is the artwork of Eric and Martin Demain. Eric Demain is a professor at MIT. He graduated with his Bachelor of Science at age 14 and is the youngest professor at age 20 at MIT. This style is a circular fold. So when you look at it, you may not think origami, but it definitely is folded paper. This is paper. It's a certain kind of paper called elephant hide paper, and it's folded in a circular pattern, which kind of, when you use a circular fold, it creates its own shape. These are examples of tessellations. These are by Win-Win, who is an engineer from Cornell. And it shows you the examples of the folding patterns beneath the tessellation. So the tessellation is a repeating pattern over a two-dimensional plane that will just keep repeating and repeating and repeating. So if you had a big enough piece of paper, that could go on indefinitely. If you see in the middle, you can see the original shape, and it just repeats itself over and over and over.
And just the neat detail, like the beak and its mouth is open. It's not just like this.
Right,
It's an
and the
open
claws.
mouth.
Look
And
how
the claws.
yeah, right.
So cool. And when you look closely, you really do see all the different molds.
You do.
These masks I found truly intriguing. Again, using just one piece of paper, the artist just starts folding, the resulting face seeming to appear out of his unconsciousness. It takes about a week to create just one mask. Whether big, like this 80-foot origami snake, so small you need a magnifying glass, used in fashion or function, origami is everywhere, in art and science, in nature.
Yes, I see it in the simplest things, and a lot of people will probably walk away with that as well. You'll start recognizing it all around you.
I'm Angela Buckaloo for Discover Oklahoma in Oklahoma City.
The art and science of origami is on display at Science Museum Oklahoma through January of 2019. The museum is open 7 days a week. For more information on hours and admission, check out their website, sciencemuseumok.org.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
My daughter asked me, she said, why did they not make another one? And I said, because it's historic. This is Cattlemen's we're going to.
We are inside this iconic Stockyards Steakhouse when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Want to discover even more about the show? Go online and watch Discover Oklahoma anywhere, anytime. Catch up on missed episodes, track down interesting locations, and submit your own story ideas. Start exploring today at discoveroklahomatv.com.
Oklahoma Today magazine brings you stunning photography and authentic award-winning stories of home from Oklahoma. The only magazine that covers the entire state, Oklahoma Today showcases what we love about Oklahoma, bringing to you the very best of its people, places, culture, history, and of course, its legendary food. Subscribe now at oklahomatoday.com and get 6 issues absolutely free. Don't miss a single issue of Oklahoma Today magazine.
Some like it quiet, some like it loud, some want to just get lost in the crowd. Whatever you like, from mountains to museums, Oklahoma has more. You just have to see them. This is the land of wide open wonder, where excitement runs rampant in the city of thunder. Music and art put on their best faces, and smiles are shared freely in so many places. TravelOK.com invites you to see. Come see for yourself where you'd rather be.
We've had such a wonderful time here at the Myriad Botanical Gardens in Oklahoma City.
And to top off our day here, how about a trip to another legendary Oklahoma hotspot? Our very good friend Jennifer Reynolds is going to take us to Cattlemen.
Wine and steak in the pinto.
After 107 years in business, Cattlemen's Steakhouse is an American legend. Won in a dice game by notorious gambler Percy Wade Sr. back in 1945.
How are we doing?
It was transformed from a struggling cafe into a destination steakhouse by restaurateur Dick Stubbs, whose company purchased the aging icon going on 30 years ago.
Today we have 26% of our customers come from out of state.
Oh, yes.
Bacon. Yum. Opening at 6 a.m., Cattlemen's has a loyal breakfast crowd.
I love bacon. Bacon, and they always have very fresh eggs.
I've gotten the steak before. I've gotten the chopped steak. This is actually the first time getting the chicken fry. Love their sandwiches. Breakfast sandwiches are great. Love all the food here. I haven't had anything. I love their salads. I've eaten those at lunch. Those are great. Their homemade dressing and stuff is great.
In fact, Cattlemen's house dressing is one of the restaurant's 3 signature menu items.
I have a lady who's been making it for now 26 years, and it's a long process the way we do it, and so consequently nobody copies us.
Lamb fries are also in Cattlemen's top trio.
We get our lamb fries internationally. We bring them in from Iceland, and if we have a problem with Iceland, then we get them from New Zealand.
They're fried just right. So many places will sometimes over fry them, but these are just right.
And of course, there are the steaks.
We age our steaks more than most people, and then we try to prepare them properly. Fortunately for us, we've got some of the same cooks that we've had for 20 years or more, and they're very good at it.
I rate it at the top compared to most of the other steak places around here because we've tried them and we always end up coming back here.
But it's not just the food that brings people to Cattlemen's. The Smiths make an afternoon of it that includes shopping in Stockyards City.
Try to talk her into buying me a new pair of boots, maybe a hat.
90-something Lee Brown first walked through the door here more than 50 years ago and considers the staff almost family.
Marvelous people. Very nice. You always get good food. I don't know what more you could ask for.
It seems nearly everyone has some kind of Cattlemen's connection.
My grandmother actually used to manage this back in the 70s. It's just a staple of the city. And I mean, it's maybe a legacy for my grandmother. I come here and channel her from time to time.
My father was in the cattle business, and he used to take me here when I was a kid, and we just wanted to carry that on.
So Rex Patterson brings his son Alex.
Well, speaking of that, I never got to meet my grandpa. It kind of makes me feel like that I know that he was here, so it's a lot more better.
Janet and Mackenzie Edwards come here for mother-daughter time to savor the flavors.
The salad dressing is the bomb.
I love their food here. It's always fresh and it's always good here. There's nothing ever wrong with it, and I love the atmosphere here.
On the way here, my daughter asked me, she said, why did they not make another one? And I said, because it's historic. This is Cattlemen's we're going to.
And Cattlemen's Steakhouse appears well on its way to becoming a treasured tradition for the next generation. For Discover Oklahoma, I'm Jennifer Reynolds.
And no matter where your next road trip takes you, the Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide will help you find a great place to eat. Just log on to our website, travelok.com, and click Request Free Brochures to get your copy.
A big thank you to our friends here at the Myriad Botanical Gardens in Oklahoma City for hosting us this week.
And another happy 30th birthday to them as they celebrate 3 decades since the opening. The outdoor grounds here are open every day from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., and it's free to take a stroll. Inside, the Crystal Bridge is open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 11 a.m. to 5 on Sunday. Check their website for information on all sorts of fun events and admission prices. And coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, a visit to the bed and breakfast in Guthrie that's been named the most unique in Oklahoma.
And get ready for some incredible down-home cooking. We're visiting this favorite spot for soul food in Tulsa. It's all coming up next Saturday night right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.